Hi, this is Wolfphototech with a Nintendo NX rumor coming directly to you through the power of the internet. No drama alert. This rumor was recently reported by Nine. That's not who reported it. This rumor was originally reported by My Nintendo News. And the source that they got this information from was a verified Reddit user by the screen name of UnTypedHero. And I'm telling you this so you can go and look and see for yourself. Some people just like to hide their information where they get it from and just hope you keep coming back. Uh, this source by the name of UntypedHero, by the way, who is verified by Reddit moderators, has stated that the Nintendo NX will have X86 architecture. Interesting, will guarantee easy development overall. Uh, backup data to the ability to back up data to My Nintendo servers, most likely to My Nintendo accounts, to Nintendo servers through My Nintendo accounts. I'm just going to go through from my list. Really nice feature. I really like it. The next detail is can handle ports of current gen games. PS4, Xbox One, Wii U. Also neat. Hopefully it doesn't turn into a remastered system, but some are good. If they remaster some games, port them over and remaster some of them, and do a excellent job of it, that's super awesome. If it ends up being like God of War or 3 remastered or Halo Master Chief Collection, but then again, this is Nintendo. If they remaster stuff, they usually polish the graphics, take off some of the rough edges in the gameplay, and add a few new features. So Nintendo has a good record of remastering their games overall. The next detail is we'll be able to interact with smart devices and their apps. I modified it. I'm modifying some of the details to make more sense. Awesome. Nintendo has moved into mobile. They have started up on Miitomo. There's more games coming. Miitomo is more of a social media app with a fun Nintendo aesthetic. I will do a first impressions video very shortly, sometime today. And using NX software will unlock My Nintendo account rewards points. That is the next detail, which is a duh. So I'm gonna rough review the X86 architecture. Fact, highly probable. Nintendo has Satoru Iwata and Kimishima have stated that the NX is a totally new console, totally new line of consoles, or console line, completely disconnected from the GameCube, Wii, and Wii U, with a new concept. And this strongly indicates that Nintendo is moving strongly away from what has been in the recent past, and going on to doing something else entirely with different type of hardware. The backup data to Nintendo servers is a highly probable detail. It's actually fairly safe to say that Nintendo is going to give you some online storage. Microsoft and Sony did that with the PS3 and the Xbox 360, and they have expanded on that with the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. And Nintendo has a tendency to lag behind in some areas and be ahead in other areas. And anything particularly claimed as territory by Sony and Microsoft, Nintendo puts steps back on their burner and forges forward in other areas other than that, and that is generally was around the late GameCube, Wii U, blah, 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 Blue Ocean strategy Nintendo has taken about, which basically means that they're not directly competing, they're just going off and doing their own thing and avoiding conflict with Sony and Microsoft and trying to sell their platform on its own merits, where the NES, Super NES, N64, and early GameCube was more. The concept of the GameCube was built on the Red Ocean strategy, but Nintendo shifted to Blue Ocean strategy as the GameCube started up and went on. And a Red Ocean strategy is a more aggressive strategy where Nintendo goes in and shows that they are the best and tries to seriously compete directly with the opponent, henceforth the blue red ocean as in blood. So, and notice that Nintendo has shifted from the GameCube, Wii U kind of blue-gray color scheme in stores back to a red Nintendo color scheme, which Nintendo utilized back in the NES, Super NES, N64, moving into the GameCube era. So, that is very probable. We'll be able to interact with smart devices and their apps. Well, Nintendo's always been about being very inclusive and connective in their concepts, trying to link everything together and reference and build unique, interesting ecosystems. However, as I said before, Nintendo, with its Blue Ocean strategy, generally avoided doing something that was already done or done similar to, say, Microsoft or Sony. Hopefully, Nintendo seriously follows this and actually seriously goes in and makes serious integration techniques with smart devices and in computers and tablets. Well, tablets are part of the smart device category. Uh, this has been strongly indicated by the creation of My Nintendo and the partnership with DNA. So there is already strong evidence to this. There's a nice little infographic that Satoru Iwata and the CEO of DNA had at their press conference, not their press conference, their investor, it's an investor slash press conference of the formation of the Nintendo DNA partnership. And that is very highly probable. Using the NX software will unlock My Nintendo account reward points. Nintendo has already stated this, so there. Nintendo has basically stated that playing their games, buying their games online, and doing all kinds of things will do this. So on this basic overview of this rumor, is basically a safe rumor. Someone basically is telling you, the next logical steps in what Nintendo has already said in their current strategies and design philosophies, considering their past and their present situations. This rumor is highly probable. Now, there is a fun little quirky thing here, is that the Reddit moderators have noted that they have verified this person to be working in the video game development industry. And to be honest, as a former internet troll, that is like nothing. That is literally nothing to me. I'm gonna put on my nerd glasses, my invisible nerd glass, Oyvind Glaven, even Neuvern, and simply give you a little history about internet trolling. Internet trolling was developed by moderators to drive traffic to their website, to their pages. Whenever a page died or became inactive, and I mean this trolling technique or trolling practice was occurred all the way back into the early 1970s and 80s when internet was at its very infancy. uh, Moderators would often post salacious details. Create First and foremost, they would create new accounts, post information with that new account on the social chat boards, and the people on the chat boards would react. And they would typically do this, as I said, when the chat board has essentially gone into a low activity state and the users have become largely inactive or just lurker status. So the moderators would either A, post something salacious, or B, post just a really dumb, obvious question or statement, and this would reactivate the lurking fan base of that page and increase views. So, to follow on that point, short and quick, moderators are as trustworthy as politicians because they largely do what they do to A, control, and this is the basic function of a moderator, to control the overall behavioral appropriateness and activity level of a given page or site. And this is a little knowledge to you. So, this rumor is highly probable. All the information makes a lot of sense in the natural scheme of evolution of Nintendo's strategy, and many of this information has already been indicated by Nintendo already, but just not on the nose in some cases. And as for the moderators verifying this person, yeah, so there. Thank you for checking out my video. Please consider hugging that very lonely subscribe button. Comment. Vote on the video. If you dislike the video, please tell me why you dislike the video. I really want to know what you don't like about the video. Or anything else. And I will try to work on fixing that. Unless it's complete insanity, in which I just But do that. Make sure to generally comment and share. And have a wonderful day. And don't do drugs.